Guys, just a quick one from the OS Academy, just using Stellarium this time just to give you a quick tour, as my mobile phone wasn't the greatest at imaging Venus and Saturn. Didn't really show much, so here we are. So we're getting quite late into the night now, and we're gradually losing Venus and Saturn, so you want to get out earlier on, just at sunset, and you'll see those. Venus is the brightest object in the night sky. It outshines anything else, obviously, other than the moon and the sun. Jupiter's quite close to it, but a bit fainter. The brightest star for reference is the star Sirius, which is the dog star, which we'll look at in a minute. So anything on bigger, brighter than that's in the night sky and not moving, check it out. Probably likely a planet. If it's as bright as Venus, it's probably that. So Venus is setting, and a small telescope will show Venus with its phase maybe just about. Might be hard to resolve it with a 60mm refractor, mainly the 6" or above to see it. But you can make out the phase with Venus, and filters might even show some detail. So that's Venus, obviously second in line from the sun there. Saturn down below it, that is really quite an unassuming object in the night sky, Saturn. Very easily missed if you don't know what you're looking for. It's not spectacular to see with the naked eye, which is unusual because it's not much smaller than Jupiter. It is the second largest planet in the solar system, and a telescope with a 60mm objective then should show the rings. I'm using the 60mm refractor as a reference because I've had one of those and I was able to see it with one of those, so I know it does work. But if you don't have as big, by all means have a look and see what you can see. Then maybe come back and tell me. So we're losing those, and moving on. We then have Jupiter. I'm beginning to try not to sound like Sir Patrick Moore. And Jupiter is right there in the constellation of Taurus, the bull. So it's easily found. If you find the star Aldebaran, well, it's the brightest thing up there anyway, so you're not going to miss it. Jupiter is the king, is the giant in the solar system, and if you put your telescope on it, it's a little bit fainter than Venus to look at, but nevertheless unmistakable. In fact, it's probably the second brightest object in the night sky. And when you look at it, pardon me, you'll make out that the north and south equatorial belts, and with a decent telescope you may have captured a great red spot. That's if you can still call it great, because I mean it's shrunk quite a lot in recent years. Used to get 2 planet Earths in there. I think you've struggled to get more than 1 and a bit. So that is that. And Uranus, pardon me, sorry, tickly throat, is just a bit south of the Pleiades, and I will talk about the Pleiades in a bit, but not in this because it's about the planets. Uranus is unassuming. You're not going to see any surface detail, but you may make out a blue spot with either a pair of binoculars or a telescope. Go there, have a look, tick it off. It's not the kind of thing that you're really going to be wanting to look at in particular. It's not aesthetically pleasing compared to Saturn or Jupiter, but again, equally, it's worth going there to take a look just to say you've seen it. It doesn't readily move much because it takes quite some time to orbit the sun compared to the others. And then moving further over, did I say you can see the Galilean moons and Jupiter as well? If I didn't, I wonder what that is. There's a satellite moving into the view there. What's that? Meteor 3.1. It's a rocket body. I've got no idea what that is, but if you're outside, come and take a look. That is real time, guys. I can't see that as I'm giving this from lying on the bed. But if you can, well, anyway, you're going to miss it by the time you see the recording, aren't you? But there we are. And also, you've now got the constellation of Orion there to come back to. There's a lot going on there too, but again, not the subject of conversation. Now, if we swing into Gemini now, near the star Pollux, you can see Mars. Mars is quite bright and unmistakable. In fact, a lot of people do mistake the Aldebaran as Mars. I have come across a few people who have done that. They're both red objects, I guess. Not so many mistake it for Betelgeuse. I suppose Betelgeuse is a bit easier to spot than Aldebaran. I mean, Aldebaran is the eye of the bull, and you can see that just there off of the Pleiades. Anyway, getting back to Mars, I digress. So Mars is significantly smaller than even us. Very small and not too easy at the best one in the world of seeing any detail. It's going to be quite close to us for that. I think it's at closer opposition at the moment. So if you view it, you should see some dark areas on Mars, and a 60mm refractor will show that. I know that because I've seen it back in the 1980s when it was opposition, and it really was quite a sight. So even though the planets are heading for alignment, blah de blah de blah, do by all means go out, do by all means take a look, because the planets are there for you to see. You know, they don't have to move into that fancy configuration for you to go out and have a look. They're all up there. The planets are dancing for us, and it's very rare to get them all like that. Mercury's one I've missed out and supposed to be in alignment. Mercury's a bit tough, to be candid. It's usually visible at sunset, but you've got to be quite quick to catch it. Being close to the sun, it pretty quickly disappears. I've not yet seen it, I'm ashamed to say, which after 38 years in the hobby is quite appalling. I suppose I've never actually gone out of my way to view it, but maybe I should, because I've ticked all the other planets off now, just not that one. But anyway, I hope this has been informative for you. I strongly recommend you download this app and use it yourself. This is Stellarium on Android, but I believe they do it also for the iPhone. And what I'll do again for the TikTokers, and possibly might even throw it onto Facebook, is have a discussion of the winter sky as well, because this really is a magical time to be out there. That satellite's making majestic progress, isn't it? I really have got no idea what that is. It's a rocket body. You have to find out. But anyway, that's all for now. Get out there and take a look. If you haven't seen the planets, it's a good opportunity if you've got a small telescope to go and have a look. And even if you haven't, if you just go and take a look just to say you've seen it, always worthwhile. So that's all for me for now. I hope this has been informative for you, and thank you for watching.